You're in a battle. Your storm is going like it's never going to stop. You continue to get beat over the head with a 2x4. What do? You don't give up. You continue to get up every single time you're knocked down. You're praying every day. You're putting your face in the good book, and you're looking for that direction for God to get you through and put you on the other side of this storm. But the one thing that we're forgetting, and this is my story, God calls these storms upon us because we've done something that he wants to grab our attention on and change what we do. So this week, guys, I'm just going to talk about exactly how my week went. I'm going to talk about what transpired, what is actually happening during my storm, and where do we go with it? And I don't know what else to say other than I got to get back up and continue to move. But how does that translate for you? What I'm going through is not going to be the same thing you're going through, but I can share with you how I can get better every day. 1%. If I improve 1% every single day, I'm on the right path. But if I'm in a pity party and woe is me and I can't get ahead or I can't do this, where does that leave me? And the one thing that I'm really focused in on this week is every single day before I start work, before it gets crazy, I have an additional prayer that I just ask God for it's tough. I ask God for his peace, purpose, and wisdom. Guide me through the day. Please protect me through you and your warrior angels so that I'm doing the things that you want me to do. And if I'm not, guide me in another direction. For the longest time, that has been the most difficult thing for me to actually do, is to have prayer every single morning. Now, don't get me wrong. My feet hit the ground out of bed, I pray. I'm praying for my family. I'm praying for Moose. I'm praying for friends. This is more guiding for me and putting me where I need to be, because it seems like I go astray at times to where my anxiety gets the best of me and it just doesn't work. And the only way I know how to fix that is to ask for peace on a daily basis to ensure I'm staying focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I'm not, then give me the word. I'm okay to be changed in direction and so forth. But when I sit and I think about it and I try to analyze it, it just becomes more of a problem. I'm looking for direction and move forward, not think about it. Let me do it. Let me not do it. That's wasting time. And it's our most valuable asset. That's one thing that we don't talk about on this channel. And I want to just briefly touch on it. I'm not going off track, is time is our most valuable asset, not money, not anything else. Time. Time is what gets us through everything. So if you are doing what God is directing you to with your time, you're going to be successful in his eyes. But if you're just messing around, partying, doing the good things, I don't need to worry about this, we'll be fine. It doesn't work that way. And believe me, I've had that problem many times in my life where slacking off felt like the best thing to do. It isn't. The best route to go here is to actually listen to God's word. Have those open, rugged conversations like we talk about on this channel with him daily. Figure out where you're going. Is he going to answer every time? No. But it'll come to you. In his time, it'll come to you. But if you don't put it out there and make sure that you're connecting with God every single day, you're going to struggle with being anxious, depressed, lonely. Keep on going. Why is it so difficult for us to actually spend time with God every single day. We rather spend time doom scrolling on our phones or our computers or tablets, whatever, because that's easier. But let's be real. And this is real for me because I'm talking from my experience, guys. I'm not just talking at you. I'm literally talking to you because I struggle with this. The struggle is it's easier to get on my cell phone and do absolutely nothing and tune my brain out when I could literally open up the good book, read it. And by the way, the Bible app allows you to listen and read it, which allows me to absorb more of it. For some reason, when I just read it, I didn't connect with it. This is another way. So I tried it. It works for me. But we want change in our lives, but we're not willing to get closer to God for that change. What can you control in your life? Really just actions that you take. So everything else that's in your life that you're working on that you can't control, what are you doing? What are you depending on? If you're depending on yourself, talking to me too, you're setting yourself up for failure. You need to be depending on God and understanding exactly where He's at in your life. And He needs to be your top position. God, family, friends, however you want to rank it afterwards. But God is number one. It can't be money, family, God, and then work your way down. It needs to be one thing and one thing only, God centric. And you need to be there. If you're not, you're struggling for a reason, and God is trying to get your attention. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. I struggled with that for many years, and now I'm tuned in, trying to listen to exactly what I'm trying to do. If I'm off on something, I want to make sure that I have that conversation with God. I want to say this really quick. There was a video I saw several months ago, and she was talking about finances, which I'm going through some of that. And she talked about having a weekly staff meeting with God about her finances. She would sit down and go over all of her finances. She said she did that for several months, every single week, just to get a rhythm going and so forth. And it just became a habit after that. And she said over time, everything in her financial life changed because she put it in God's hands to make sure that He knew that she was giving everything to Him. And then she would hold herself accountable. Hey, I overspent here, but I saved here, or I'm trying to save here, or I'm trying to pay off this debt. Her ultimate goal was to be zero debt. That's a big deal. Have you ever had a staff meeting with God and talk about your finances or about your marriage, your job, your kids every single day? And that's through prayer. But that just made me think about maybe I need to sit down weekly and actually have a conversation with God about finances and be in depth. Because the only way that's going to work is by giving everything to God, surrendering it all to Him. And I haven't. I still fight Him. I still fight on the financial front. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys on the other side. Be blessed.